Good Friday morning, East Tennessee. Happy winter storm, everybody. What are you talking about? Is there a winter storm? Yes, I got that memo. I think many of you did. Perhaps if school's closed and your life has been altered. Didn't you say lifestyle changing type of weather? Yeah, I did. I kind of did. In fact, you're beginning to see our early signs of the winter storm. You said it started 7. It hasn't started. Well, it certainly started in Crossville. It's already snowing in Jamestown. It's already snowing in Spring City. Those are funny towns, Crossville, Spring City. Isn't that what you said yesterday morning? That's where it would start. It would start from the southwest. It's a rolling start, NASCAR fans, and it's already snowing in Decatur. It's already snowing in Sparta. You need more evidence? We can take a look at this. This is the Ultimate Doppler Radar. As of 6:42 this morning, everybody on this map in Tennessee is under a winter storm warning. I just selected Anderson County. Maybe Anderson County needs a little bit of social media love and some recognition. So there you have it. This runs till 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. So we've got 24 hours of this? Well, yeah, I mean, the roads are only going to get worse. We're going to look at that here in a moment. But this is the composite radar, and you can see over the last hour, it's kind of spreading. It's not exactly moving from west to east exactly. It's kind of like filling in. I'd say it's filling in Tellico Plains, Madisonville. It's snowing around Riceville. It's also snowing around Wartburg, Harriman, possibly even around Loudon right now. So if you've got some flakes, you've got some flurries, here's your chance to sound off. Tell us why you think Mother Nature is doing a good job or a bad job. Yeah, just let us know. You're going to get the whole kit and caboodle today, as I think we're going to find 99% snow. But again, if you get, maybe I'll say 90% snow, there'll be probably 10% where you say it became a real mess with a little bit of changeable weather. But if you're on the call, leave me a message, leave me a comment. I'll do my best to magnify your voice. Another way to look at this is from the Ultimate Doppler Radar presented by your local Marco's Pizza. You can see that from this vantage point, this is over the last 8 hours. Right? No lightning strikes, but you can see the blue on the left side of the screen filling in just in the last day from 4 o'clock into the 6 o'clock hour, and now we're approaching the 7 a.m. hour here on Friday, the 10th of January. So that's where things stand at the moment. By the way, Marcos.com is my sponsor for the Ultimate Doppler Radar. If you want to grab some pizza before it gets, well, I was going to say, I want to make sure that they're safe too. We don't call ahead, but all the time, whenever you need a pizza, they're the establishment to go to. They do give back to East Tennessee Children's Hospital, and they're located in Hardin Valley, Farragut, Maryville, Fountain City, Halls, Oak Ridge, Middlebrook Pike, and Ebenezer Road. They will take the necessary precautions to stay safe, their drivers, but they have a magnificent pizza called the Magnifico for less than $10, and they have a great lunch item on non-winter storm days, I would imagine. Pizzoli, less than $6. The pepperoni and sausage is absolutely delicious. Now, have I changed my tune? I have not. My last forecast was issued at 2:35 yesterday afternoon. For my premium members, I put it out around 5 p.m. yesterday afternoon, area-wide. But some mixing of freezing rain and sleet will be possible, and I think 2 to 5 inches should probably cover it. I saw some Weather Service notes. They were thinking 4 to 8 last night. I think they maybe dialed that back, I'm guessing. I haven't wavered. I've said 2 to 5 in the white areas. That's most of us. And you can obviously have quite a few extra dynamics in play in the Smokies themselves. Now, this runs, from my view, from 7 a.m., which is about 15 minutes from now, till 7 a.m. tomorrow, a 24-hour period. That is consistent with their friends at the National Weather Service. And it's interesting. They've added the word sleet and freezing rain in their text. Now, that's comforting to me, but might be a little bit too late because they didn't mention that last night. And if you watched last night's video, I said they were calling for 3 to 6. They have not changed there. They kind of moved to 2 to 4, I think, for some of the areas in the Smokies because of the mixing. But if you don't mention the sleet and freezing rain, you don't tell the whole story. That'd be like leaving, chapter 4, 5, and 6 out of a 12-chapter book, right? Because it's going to end as snow. There's no debating that. Once the system pulls away, it will change to snow showers. But there could be a mix. And I think the best chance, are you ready for this? The best chance for a mix may actually occur between the hours of, say, 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. Let me say that again. Best chance for some mixing, if it occurs, could very well occur between 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. And this would still suggest there's quite a bit of sleet in the orange areas here. You say, well, that's only 0.02. That's very little. Doesn't take much, my friend. You start hearing the ding, 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 ding on the windshield, assuming you're in your car. I don't know why you would be. But there are going to be those who have to be on the roads. I understand that. Emergency workers. But if you don't have to be on the roads later today, why do it? It's just better to hunker down. This is just one of the latest guidance. And then the future icing. This is the freezing rain accumulation. and you'll see it later in the period of time here as we head into the overnight. Suggests that there could be a little bit of that thrown in for good measure. So you get a little bit of ice, you get a little bit of sleet. It can be very, very messy. It is 27 degrees right now at McGee Tyson Airport at 6 o'clock in the morning. 25 Morristown, 27 in Rockwood. If you've got some comments, and boy, did they start to populate. As soon as I asked for them, they came in. Fred says, hey, good morning. 27 in Maryville, waiting on the snow. He's tapping his foot. Call your friends in Crossville, Fred. They're there. The flakes are there, and they're on their way. They're UPSing it. Express. FedEx, it's on its way to you. Be prepared for the snow. Good morning from Steve Stode. He's got the sunshine, and I think he forgot the smiley face, so he said a separate comment. Love it. Danny's saying go Vols. I can always count on him, and he's got go Vols and Lady Vols. He wants to be inclusive of everywhere. But good morning, David. Hope you have a great, nice day. Stay safe. Danny and Tim, I know, is excited about the snow. He said Scottsboro, Alabama ground is covered, snowing in Chattanooga. Just started flurries in Meigs County. Thank you for that weather update. That does mean a lot. Tim, I know if people are watching it live, that has some value. Of course, appreciate that. And Steve Stone reminding me he is from Rockford. I'm aware of that. Thank you for all that. Philip is on here. Good morning, all. Working from home today. Glad to see that. And Karen Robbins says, good morning, David. She's got 25 degrees in Fairfield Glade. We got 26 at the Crossville Airport. And she says she's praying for the safety of all who need to travel this weekend. Yeah, be extra careful. These next 24 hours will be dicey. It's changeable. And again, I'm going to show you some road conditions. I'm very proud of what I'm about to show you because it's just some great intel. It's a product that looks at road conditions into the future, about 1 kilometer with some of the data here in just a moment. And I got a note from Carrie Aguilar, says bundle up, stay warm, and stay safe. Make sure you take care of your pets. Check on your elderly neighbors. Check on yourself. Make sure you're getting what you need in terms of food, you're getting good rest, that you're not putting yourself out there in the elements if you don't have to. Again, temperature 27 in Jacksboro, 26 officially in Crossville, 28 in Athens. A little bit of a wind, 7, and you know if it's, well, it feels like 19. Throw in the wind, a little bit of wind. I don't expect winds to be that bad today, about 3 to 8 miles per hour. So this is not a blizzard. You know, you don't have winds gusting 35 or higher, something of that. It's just 3 to 8. It's a gentle wind. So just call it a winter storm. That's all it is, but it is enough of a headache because it may add to a 3-day weekend that maybe you didn't want. Maybe you didn't select or elect a 3-day weekend. It's just the way it goes. A couple of wind gusts there in the Smokies suggested over, 12, 11, 13. Not a huge deal there. Here's the picture again if you're just joining me. I thought you said it was going to start around, I know. I kept thinking 11 a.m. a couple of days ago, but then I moved it up to 7 a.m. yesterday afternoon, simply because it was speeding up. The data would suggest, and you can see it's like pieces, right? You got a piece over Crossville, you got a piece over Chattanooga. It's filling in around Dalton and Rome, Georgia, and also Atlanta. Atlanta's had a mix. Look at that. Atlanta's turning pink, not from the winter storm warning, although that's true too, but the radar imagery over Atlanta suggests they're getting some freezing rain or sleet. They had maybe some snow to start, but it's changed over. And if it can happen in Atlanta, it can happen here. Right? I mean, we're going to see some mixing. I don't have any doubt about that moving forward. Let's keep going. Here's the storm. This was a nasty storm in Dallas yesterday. They saw, and we highlighted in last night's video, all the changeable precipitation types that Dallas was enduring. Some of it's coming here. And I think this will be at least a 90% snow event. But it could be wedged between 3 and 7 this afternoon with some mixing especially. We'll keep an eye on that. More snow across Chicago and Midwest as well. Visibility not an issue. We'll go back to the radar as we have time here. But today, I expect 33. There could easily be mid-30s from Sevierville, Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, as well as Madisonville and Tellico Plains. 32 for a high in Crossville. So it's a wet snow. Makes for good snowball making. Kids, I'm sure they'll be thrilled. So far, we've had over an inch of rain and melted ice, I guess, because we had a little bit of sleet earlier this week. But the Knoxville rainfall, we average typically 4.76, and we now have 1.09. And we are continuing on this string of below average days. How do I know? Because every square, as my computer does it for me, is below average. So keep an eye. The normal high this time of year, the normal high is 48. Yesterday's high was only 34. And funny, too, because as I come back, I have my notes, because you know I'm a note taker. 48.30, normal high, normal low. 76, the record high today, back when Harry S. Truman was president, long time ago, 1949, but the record low is -4. So be thankful it's not 1970 all over again, because in 1970, on the 10th of January, we fell to -4. It is interesting. The sun's up at 7:46, but we had full sunshine yesterday. That allowed us to get to 34. We may struggle to get to the 33 today. That may be just part of the offering. Now let's go back in time, shall we? Let's go back into the time machine, because some of you, whenever you hear snow in January, it brings back memories of last year. Last year, where were you on January 14th, 15th, and 16th? Oh, I know where I was. Well, we got 8.5 inches of snow. Some of you like to remind me, I had 10, I had 11, I had 12. I get it, but let's just, for argument's sake, the McGee-Tyson Airport official measurement was 8.5. That put us well above the winter before, because the winter before, we had a measly 1.6. And it was a one-day event the day after Christmas, when some folks were, bah humbug. I was dreaming of a white Christmas, Aldrich. I wasn't dreaming of a white day after Christmas. I can't win. You know what I mean? I'm just the messenger. But that's the way it was. We had a wimpy winter the winter before. Then we got slammed when people were saying, I'll believe it when I see it. And then we get 8.5 inches, right? That was the total, the 3-day total from 14th, 15th, and 16th. That was the Martin Luther King Day weekend. We got 5.3 times more snow last January compared to the winter before that. And we typically see 4.6. And I'm expecting not 8.5, no, I'm expecting 2 to 5. 2 to 5 inches in this event. That will be snow. But you're also going to get maybe a layer of sleet, freezing rain, which compounds the road situation to make it worse. So I hope that puts things into context. Hopefully that puts things in perspective. Temperatures again, 27 in Knoxville right now. It is only 8 in Charleston. Now they have a blanket of snow in the Huntington-Charleston area, so they're down to 8. They've got a crusty snow layer underfoot, and temperatures have tumbled. But it is 17 in Roanoke, Jackson, Kentucky, and 20 in Johnson City. Just for comparison, it is 31 degrees in Jackson, Tennessee. Now, wind chills are at 19. It is cold, feels like -1 in Charleston, West Virginia. And as far as the radar, let's go back, a little overlay, clouds and radar. You can see that this event is just now beginning to unfold. It's just beginning to start, but it's a rolling start. People like to have an exact time, like, when is this going to happen? Well, now that we're closer to the event, I think the best chance for a mix, and it may not occur for you, especially north of Interstate 40. The best chance for the mix is around Interstate 40 and points south. And I think that best time is 3 to 7 p.m. This afternoon and night. 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. is a prime time to experience a changeover like they're seeing right now in Atlanta. Does that help? I'm giving you the best intel that I can possibly provide you. Snow with a mix today. Always snow with an evening mix tonight, because again, 3 to 7 p.m., best chance for some mix, but it will end as snow tonight. Flakes will fade on Saturday morning, especially, and then may linger for the Plateau Smokies, and just cold sunshine on Sunday. Sunday's high will be lucky to hit 35. Mid-30s, but at least it's bright and sunny like it was yesterday. Okay, no more delay. Let's get to the road conditions. Now, these are future road conditions, because I don't think too many of you are really worried about the roads right now. If you looked out the window, looks okay to me. Okay, well, what's it going to do at noon? Well, you might have some wet roads, because again, it may not stick on the roads right away. It might stick on the windshield or the cold rooftop of the car. That usually was what we experienced, right? So this is just the model's interpretation. It is model driven, as it were. A 1 o'clock look that we have some wet roads, but it looks pretty snowy in blue in Chattanooga. Looks like it's pretty icy in parts of Alabama and Georgia. But that's just 1 o'clock. That's just a snapshot in time. Can we zoom in a little bit tighter? Yeah, we can do that. There's 3 o'clock. Tell me, is it blue? Well, that's snow. A snowy road condition in parts of, say, Morgan County, Cumberland County. Cumberland County and Morgan County would be suggesting here at 3 o'clock that they're snow-covered roads. But the roads might still be like a little icy and wet. Icy and wet, I guess, as you follow the legend, in Loudon and Madisonville, Knoxville. But if we go into, say, what time is that? 4 o'clock, when most people are coming home from work, where some of us might be working from home, we're just not going into work at all. But it looks pretty icy. The patches of ice in pink is what this model is suggesting is going to occur. If we go a little bit further, 5 o'clock, it looks icy in Greenville, but snow-covered roads from Tazewell to Rogersville to La Follette You see what I'm saying? This is kind of a dynamic, changeable situation. So it's very important. If you don't need to be on the roads, I mean, come on, 6 o'clock, look how much red is on this map. And where you see pink is patchy, but where it's red, that's just ice in all caps. Icy roads from Loudon down to Madisonville to Tellico Plains by 6 o'clock tonight. Got other notes, some comments. I see Megan Elizabeth, she's on here, is more snow coming in future end of month of February. Well, that's one of the great things about being a premium member, Megan, because if you're a premium member on Facebook, just hit the subscribe button. You get in the know. We're already into February. My premium members are briefed and briefed regularly each and every day, it's work day anyway, that they're informed as what's going to happen in the future. But we're focused on today. Enjoy today. What's to say? Every day is a gift, even when it's not the kind of weather that you hope and ask for. Kevin Parchman Jr. says, good morning, David. Looking forward to the snow. He's on Team Snow. And our friend Janet Potts has a 25-degree temperature in Talbot. She says, good morning. She's prepared and waiting for the snow. Here it comes. We're excited. Some of us on Team Snow are thrilled. Those on Team Spring may have to bury their head in the sand, as it were, or in this case, in the snow. Road conditions look very sloppy. 8 o'clock tonight. Look at the red areas on I-75. Those are the icy spots. And then you have snow-covered roads in Jamestown. Snow-covered roads in Jellicoe. It's going to be very sloppy. It's very best that you hunker down today. You still got maybe a little bit of time in the morning, but not a whole lot, because even though it might be actively falling, it's going to be the cumulative effect that these roads are just going to get real sloppy. That's 11 o'clock tonight, ice and snow underfoot. For road conditions, it looks very, very bad for anyone that has to be on the roads, and I don't know why you'd be on the roads at 2 or 3 in the morning, but that's why it's all going to be snow-covered and ugly. You're going like, man, these roads are treacherous. You weren't kidding. No, I'm not kidding. This is what we're likely to see unfold today. I want you to be prepared as best you can. All right, it is now 6:59. I got to keep moving, but there's no doubt a winter storm warning has and will be unfolding today. Snow in all caps, a mixed and upper lowercase. Average highs 48, we'll be lucky to hit 33. That's my expectation. And it's the stunned look. I was like, what's the best emoji for today? A stunned, everybody's psyche stunned. 7:46, sun's up, goes to bed at 5:41. Precipitation chances, 100%. That's pretty high, Aldrich. What you're saying is you're confident. Yes, indeed. I am confident that you're going to have a winter storm today. Whether you like it, whether you embrace it, it's up to you. Totally up to you how you want to proceed. Storm Prediction Center. Some people want to know, are we going to get some thunder snow? Probably not. Best chance for thunder today, down toward Destin, down toward the panhandle of Florida and parts of Louisiana. But for us, it's just a winter storm. And with light winds 3 to 8 miles an hour, you cannot in any way, shape, or form classify it as a blizzard, because you got to have winds probably gusting about 35 or so. It's just not that windy today. So enjoy it. It's gentle. It's nice. It looks pretty. That's what people will probably say. And worth pictures. You know, pictures worth 1,000 words. No concerns for severe weather Saturday or on Sunday. In fact, the Storm Prediction Center has no color anywhere on the lower 48, so there's no thunder risk even on Sunday. Sunday's going to be a beautiful day. So let's go through time. Here's 8 o'clock in the morning. I see a little bit of a pink in the Smokies there. Then we go into, say, noontime, midday. I see more pink spots. That's the mix that we're talking about with sleet and freezing rain. It's not everywhere, but it is part of the ingredients into the bowl, the mixing bowl. And by 5 o'clock, as I said, 3 to 7, best window for some changeover. Looks like it's changed over not only in Knoxville, but points north of Knoxville. Wait a minute, I thought you said it's going to be around I-40. That's where it's favored, but it could go up to Rogersville. Sure, why not? I mean, what's going to stop it? Who's going to say, oh, you're not allowed to go past Knoxville? It's going to mix, man. It's going to mix. And then it'll end after, say after 9 o'clock tonight, it goes back to all snow. It's all snow and blue, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, as illustrated here. But there's still a mix in Charlotte, and there's still a mix perhaps around Gainesville, or it looks like around to parts of Georgia. By the time we hit 2 in the morning, it's pretty much played its hand. It's pretty much played and run its course. There's still some flakes lingering. There's 7 in the morning, 7:15, and then the horseshoe effect and so on. But again, a lot of clouds tomorrow, a little bit hazy sun, some leftover flurries. Winds tomorrow should be about 5 to 10 as it pulls away on Saturday. And then just beautiful sunshine expected on our day on Sunday. So that's where things are going to be at this particular time. Let's keep moving. I know the clock I had here some stop points, but by and large, we are going to expect a sunny day on Sunday. I think you're going to really like the way it looks. I do have a few flakes on Monday night. This, I think, is bogus information. Some of this data is not going to have a good handle on the situation until this storm gets out of the way. Winter storm, snow, mix, 33. It's pretty confident that you're going to get some snow. High temperatures, 32 in La Follette, 33 in Morristown. 36 degrees in Newport. It is 7:02. If you're traveling today, why? If you're traveling today, why? All the states around us have concerns for winter weather. I hope that you're in the place where you need to be, but if you needed to know, they should be in the mid-30s all around us as well. Tonight we're down to 28, more snow. Temperatures may actually rise a wee bit later tonight, so 28 may very come around 1 a.m., 2 a.m., and then start to come back up. More snow, some evening mix, particularly, again, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m., best chance to see some mixing. 27 for a low temperature tonight in Oak Ridge, Clinton, Norris, as well as, say, 25 Kingston, 24 in Crossville, and 28 for Morristown and Dandridge for lows tonight. Let's take a look at your Captain Accurate Weather Authority forecast for Knoxville, East Tennessee. 33 on Saturday, 20% chance for flakes. Again, I think that's probably, it's kind of like we're recovering from a storm tomorrow. There may be some mountain snowflakes Monday night for the Smokies. That's about all I see. But lots of sunshine Sunday, some really cold days. Tuesday, high of 31. Thursdays, high 30. We're down to about 13 Wednesday night, Thursday of next week. And it is interesting. Yesterday's low, as you know, was 16. We have not been that cold since January of last year. You got to go back to about the 21st, 22nd of January 2024 when we were at 6 and we had a low of 10. And prior to that, we were at 0. So we've had some cold mornings in 2024. So far this year, we're just looking at lows in the mid-teens. So we'll keep an eye on that, and we'll have more updates to come. But keep your snow pictures coming. I got a note from Diane Ladyhawk. She says, good morning. She's got the 3 snowflakes. Brandy says, well, let's head to Farragut from Wartburg. See here. Well, let's head to Farragut from Wartburg to go to work. Stay safe, everyone. Please be safe. Brandy, if you have to be on the roads. Wanda Poe, Team Snow, says, hope it's all snow for me. Yeah, you had a mix, I do know, last January, Wanda, in Cock County, so I wouldn't be surprised. I would be surprised if you didn't get a mix, to be honest. Lana Johnson, good morning, everyone. She says, have your 2 cups of coffee ready and be safe. Very, very happy that you're here. And I got a note from Marilyn Bell. She's on YouTube. The comments keep coming in. Hope everyone has planned ahead. Pipes, pets, and folks, make sure your animals have shelter, food, and water. Always a good idea. I love the fact that you guys keep me accountable, reminding people that, because those things, and dripping the faucets, are also a good idea this week. But open up the cabinetry at a minimum so that the air circulates underneath the kitchen sink and others, because usually that kitchen sink could connect to the outside wall where the cold air could certainly be noticeable. Well, my name is David Aldridge. Some people call me Captain Accurate. It's not easy being accurate. Please be safe. We'll see you here very soon. Take care.